Hey everybody, Movie Fan Z here. So, the movie I'm going to be reviewing for you tonight is 1996's The Hunchback of Notre Dame. So, one of my strengths that I want to do for upcoming movie trivia matches involves the Disney Renaissance. And I've seen a good portion of the movies in that Disney era, like Little Mermaid, Lion King, and Aladdin. And Nick and Hunchback of Notre Dame was one I think I've seen once, and that was when I was a young kid. So I thought I would revisit it, and I forgot how dark this movie is in terms of message. And it's a deep message too. So before I get to the the plot and all that, to me, this is kind of like Little Mermaid, but also the opposite. They both, to me, deal with looks and I feel like lifestyle kind of. Little Mermaid, it's all about attracting someone with your looks and how looks are very important. And that's one thing that I've never been a fan of Little Mermaid because it's not a great message. This, like I said, is the complete opposite. People are shunned and shamed for how they look or how they live in their lifestyle. And it's dark. So I'm kind of a little surprised that this is a Disney movie. But in this movie, you have Quasimodo, who is told by Lord Frollo that he's ugly and he's a monster and he's deformed, so he is to stay in the bell tower at all times. And he kind of believes that. But that is until he meets a beautiful gypsy, Esmeralda, and she kind of changes his life a little bit. And but she's also put in trouble, and he has to find a way to go against his master and to leave the bell tower in order to save her. It's kind of the premise. So the cast is you have Tom Hulce is the voice of Quasimodo. Fun fact: he was also Mozart in the movie version of Amadeus. You have Demi Moore, who is the voice of Esmeralda. You've Tony Jay, who is the voice of Frollo. And you also have Kevin Kline, who is the voice of Captain Phoebus, who comes into the movie and is turns out to be the main love interest of Esmeralda, which I will say I'm not a huge fan of that ending because Quasimodo does get redeemed at the end, but it's not in the way that I feel like should have happened. But that's just a nitpicky thing for me. So that's a preview of, to me, a negative. And the directors are Gary Truesdale and Kevin Wise, and they both did Beauty and the Beast in 1991 and Atlantis, The Lost Empire in 2001. So those were the directors of those movies. So let's get into scores, though. It has a 7.0 on IMDb, a 71 on Rotten Tomatoes, and a 74 on Metacritic. So pretty even numbers. So this is where we get to thumbs up and thumbs down. I kind of gave you my thumbs down mainly. It's a good story, and it's like you are cheering for Quasimodo the whole time. But to me, it's not memorable. Like, it's a dark movie, like I said, but it's not one when you think of Disney Renaissance, it's not one that stands out. And I'm not a fan of the ending. Like I said, Quasimodo does get redeemed, but it's not the ending that I think people were wanting. especially with Phoebus and Esmeralda kind of getting together. Now, thumbs up though. I liked the characters. Even you're not supposed to root for Frollo, but he is made to be a horrible villain. It's like Gaston, like in Beauty and the Beast, is a horrible villain, but he's horrible for being being so egotistical and full of himself. But like this is just beyond, I feel like. And as far as other characters, I like Esmeralda, and I also liked Clopin, who is like the jester, and he like is the main guy in terms of like the Festival of Fools, like their big festival. Also, he has a cool look to him as well. I like the look of the movie. I thought the scenery of Paris was really good looking, especially like this from up above. And I liked the look of like Notre Dame and all that. And the last thing is the songs. I thought it was, again, maybe they're not the most popular songs. I mean, some of them are, but I thought they were good songs. So overall, I'm going to give this like a 3.5, maybe a 4. I might lean more. Let's just go right in the middle. It's a 3.75 for me. Again, it's a good movie, but it's a dark movie, and it's not as memorable as other Disney Renaissance movies. But that is my review for 1996's The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Come back next time for another review. This is Movie Fan Z signing off. Have a good night.